All right. Go ahead and get started. All right, Shalom. I'm going to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Basham Yahushua, Wahakadash Wakah. Double honor to the apostles and the elders at the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the brothers teaching the truth across the four corners of the earth where we have been scattered to. And to the rest of you believers out there, women, children, men, friends of the prophets of the Israelite nation. Those of you that have newly awakened, and you turn into the faith, you turn it back to the Most High, right? You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, blacks, so-called African Americans, Black Lives Matter, West Indians, and so-called Native American Indians, to I say peace and blessings as well. All right. So this is another episode of I Will Stand Upon My Watch, and 17th episode, and in this episode we'll be covering how investors, you can watch these different investors and you can see, it's like the saying goes, people, you put your money where your mouth is, put your money where your mouth is. So your mouth can be likened unto your mind. And I'll get that real quick in just a second. But we're gonna start this off. So as I said, you see the title, investors, right? Certain investors moves, right? And certain business adjustments. They pretty much tease at prophecy. So before we go into it, let's start this how we usually do. This is I'm gonna start with this. This is Matthew 24, and I'm gonna start at 42. It says, "Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come." You see? But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would have not suffered his house to be broken up. You see what I'm saying? Because all this watching is in homage and in obedience to our Lord, because all these things that we watching on are indicating that he is definitely making his return. You see? And I'm gonna jump up a little bit. I'm gonna start at 32. It says, "Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and put it forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh." You see? And summer is when, things heat up, It says, "So likewise, when ye see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors." So all these things being certain prophecies, major prophecies we waiting to take place, which is, the famine, destruction, the sword, martial law, spiritual power being given, the salvation, the mark of the beast, the chip, you see, which is the RFID chip, and, the hour of temptation. That's all the same, event pretty much. And World War III. We know all these things are the events right before Yahushua comes back. You see what I'm saying? So once we start seeing these certain events take place that are pretty much helping cook up and finish that off to where it's able to be served now, the scriptures like to compare it to a baby. We know the more kicks, the bigger the belly get. You see what I'm saying? Because the baby is more apparently there, with the bigger a woman's belly get, like in these events. So the more we see the events important, the more we see fights between race wars, different races, the more we hear about certain confrontations going down in the East, it's more apparent that World War III is here. The more we see about RFID chip videos coming out, the more apparent the mark of the beast is here. You see what I'm saying? So the bigger the belly, the more apparent the more apparent the baby is more apparent that the baby is there. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what this is saying. So likewise, when you see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. And all these things indicating Yahushua coming back, which is why we watch. Now, go ahead and get what I gave me the inspiration to do this. This is Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. So you people don't agree. You see what I'm saying? Because we get reproved a lot. You see what I'm saying, by you people. But the Lord, he actually reproves. You see what I'm saying? So once the Lord, it tells us that in Psalms, purge me with thy clean spirit, pretty much you're going to convert sinners. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get that real quick. But this is not to go into that, so I won't even get it. But that's pretty much what that's alluding to. So once the Lord is awakened you, you know what I'm saying, he's lit your candlestick, you're going to speak the things you need to. When these people reprove you, you're going to speak the things you need to, thus being, plainly. You see what I'm saying? The way they get it. You see what I'm saying? So you people could think we crazy all day, but I'm going to bring out something very plain, and this is going to show you at the end of this. So, Lord willing, that was just edifying real quick. So, investors. Now, should Apple, this is something that came out November 17th, 2020. It says, should Apple investors panic over Buffett's $4 billion sale? Now, when you look up Warren Buffett, let's get some history on Warren Buffett real quick. For those of you that don't know. So Warren Buffett, he's a famous investor. He made a lot of money off investing. And an investor, we're going to get the word investor too. So it says Warren Edward Buffett is an American investor. So he's a Edomite, probably a fake Jew. It says business tycoon, philanthropist, and the chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. He is considered one of the most successful investors in the world, and has a net worth over US $78.9 billion. As you see, this dude has he's this is just what they report as well, but he's a billionaire. It says off his investments as of August 2020, making him the world's fourth wealthiest person. You see, in what world? The world of Esau. Now, real quick, we're going to get this word investor, and we're going to go back. All right, investor. An investor is a person that allocates capital with, this is not plainly, that allocates capital with the expectation of a future financial return, right? So it's pretty much someone who puts in, who believes in something, who trusts in something before other people see it, they invest in it, they support it, in this situation in the form of money. You see what I'm saying? So they put their money where their mouth is. You see, the scriptures say, I believe, therefore have I spoken. You see what I'm saying? So you put your money where your mouth is, man. So you're gonna show that you believe by your actions. That's why the scriptures say, "I believe, therefore have I spoken." So when we speak, it's because we truly believe these words. Speak what we speak, these words, because these are the words we believe, because we have a sure word of prophecy, as the scriptures say. It says, I'll tell you that, I believe in 1 Peter 1:19, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, it says, types of investment include equity, debt, security. So that's pretty much what investing is. In a yeah, so this is a good one. Investopedia. An investor is any person or entity, such as a firm or mutual fund, who commits capital with the expectation of receiving final financial returns. So that's why I said in this form it would be money. They will show that they support it in the form of money. You see what I'm saying? And we're gonna get that word capital real quick, because all this is powerful. Because if Esau, you can watch and see where we at based off where Esau showing where he at, and this stuff has to come out because the stock market is a lot of it's public trade. It's stuff it's trade that's put out in the forefront for pretty much for them to get the public to invest. So they make certain stocks available to the public. So you got regular people that's not known like Warren Buffett that's invested in the same companies he is. You see? So capital assets are assets of a business found on either the current. See, this is drawn out, man. So by the spirit, capital is pretty much it's pretty much an advantage. It's something that you have that gives you an advantage. Capital assets are significant pieces of property, such as at homes. You see, because it's something you got, so you got to own that home for it to be something you got. You see what I'm saying? Or in the true sense of it being an asset, I say, because there's certain things that you could just have for temporarily, but it will still be an asset, but not in the seriousness and which we're speaking, we're dialoguing about right now spiritually. It says capital assets are significant pieces of property, such as homes, cars, investment properties, stocks, bonds, and even collectibles or cars. For businesses, a capital asset is an asset with a useful life longer than a year that is not intended for. See, that's why I said that. You see, it's not temporary. In this situation, this is people put up homes. Really, you can invest in the form of selling your home just to put up the money for this project, this company that you see about to blow up. That's what Warren Buffett has done, and he's been the most successful at it. So with that, I won't even keep this going any longer. So it says, should Apple investors panic over Buffett's $4 billion sale, because he built up notoriety for being the guy to always make the move at the right time. You see what I'm saying? He believed in it before anybody else, and really this should show you that we really on the level, because he believes it's gonna pretty much, he has a notoriety. If Warren Buffett invests in it, it's gonna come to pass. You see what I'm saying? Now, and he proves it when he makes an investment. He proves he believes in the product when he makes an investment. You see what I'm saying? Real quick, I'm gonna get this. This is 1 Peter Salaki, it's actually Second Peter. 2 Peter 1:19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy. You see, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed. You see what I'm saying? So you do well with this word. All these words is gonna come to pass, man. The Lord tell us that His word is not gonna turn unto us void. So like it's not gonna return unto Him void. Let me go ahead and pull it up on the screen so you can see it. This is as I said, 2 Peter 1:19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy. You see, it's sure. Let's get that word sure real quick. You see, stable, firm. It's trusty. It's trustworthy. You see what I'm saying? So the best investor with the most notoriety, you see what I'm saying, is the Most High. You see? It says, we have also a more sure word of prophecy. You see, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, you see, and that you get in on it. So when you see the Most High say this is going to happen, you get in with him. So he's likened unto, I wouldn't say he's likened unto, that Warren Buffett will be like the representation of who we follow, which is Yahweh. But these other people in this world, everybody follow Warren Buffett. You see what I'm saying? And usually when the things he invests in, he invests in them. They as his record has it, they you know what I'm saying, they turn up, they come through. They have a good return on them, good return rate. It's very possible it's going to have a good return rate. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord set this dude up to be one of those dudes, because in the end time he's going to be investing in things that's going to show people what time we in, man. You see what I'm saying? And that's the whole point of this watch. It says, and that's the time of prophecy. You see, and so it said we have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, as unto a light, you see, that shineth in a dark place. Because everybody can't see a company blowing up before it's truly anything. You see, it takes a real keen eye, it takes real keen insight. You see what I'm saying? To believe in such. You see what I'm saying? Because it's really faith. It's an act of faith. It says, until the day dawn. You see, until the day dawn. Because that's when everybody, see, when something blows up, that's when everybody can, it's clear as this is it. Okay, this is hot, everybody like it. But he's the guy that does it before everybody gets on it. Just like we're telling people, yo, this is gonna come, this is about to come, before everybody believes it and sees it. That would be likened unto the day dawning. The company that he invested in before it blew up will be likened unto, and then it blows up, will be likened unto the day dawning. You see what I'm saying? So it says, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place until the day dawn, and the day star arise in your hearts. So it's just clear. You see what I'm saying? It's clear when these things happening, you know. So that we do well that we take heed. This is Isaiah 55:11, and this is for the serious minded, man. It says, "So shall my word be." You see, that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord's word does not return unto him void, man. It accomplishes. You see what I'm saying? So the mark of the beast is coming. Race wars is coming. Yahushua is coming back. You see what I'm saying? He will return. You see what I'm saying? These people are going into slavery. The spiritual power is coming. It will come. We will get it. Immortality is coming. The kingdom of heaven is coming. America will be destroyed. You see what I'm saying? Martial law will come. Well, people being rounded up. You see what I'm saying? Because they can do it without even declaring martial law. But even that's not in the scriptures. You see what I'm saying? It is, but they ain't got to, put it out in the news as being the event that has taken place. Because the devil's slick like that. And he's a hater, so-called white man. But people being rounded up, you see what I'm saying? By force. of the current government, if you will, this mountain, this, you know. All right. So I'll just leave that there. This is, should Apple investors panic over Buffett's $4 billion sale? You see, and what did he sold? He sell, because we're gonna keep this short. He sold. It says Berkshire has closed several trades. You see what I'm saying? Let's get that word disclosed. It say make secret or new information known. You see what I'm saying? Allow something to be seen. You see? Especially by uncovering it. So he put it out, you know, his team put it out that they made these different trades. And trade is this service for this service. You see what I'm saying? In that case, in that situation, it would be, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you these funds. You see what I'm saying? And you give me a piece of the company, of ownership. You see what I'm saying? So I can really get a return when y'all blow up. So in the meantime, between time, I'm gonna support you to where you can, you know, make more of this that I see is gonna be a good. You see what I'm saying? That I see is needed. You see what I'm saying? Because that's why you invest in it. You know, the person they see they see a need in it, if you will. So it says Berkshire disclosed several trades in the pharmaceutical, telecom, and tech sectors, but many of those trades were smaller and likely executed by his younger lieutenants Ted Welshler and Todd Combs. The largest Berkshire trade in the third quarter, which was likely executed by Buffett, was a surprising $4 billion sale of Apple. Now, that should tell you right there, everything we believe is true. You see what I'm saying? This is let me see. First Peter 4:7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye sober and watch unto prayer. You see what I'm saying? So the end of all things. It's clear that everything don't last. You see what I'm saying? Anybody with sense knows that, you know? So real quick, I'm gonna get this. Forgot what I was about to get. Salaki. I'll come back. You know? Oh, that's what I want to get. Yep, that's it. 29, and I'm gonna start at I'm gonna get to the point. It says matter of fact, whew, man. You know what? Let me go. Let me get this. Let me see. It's on the start at verse. Cause it's talking about the so-called white man. This 21 that make an offender for a word, make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. You see what I'm saying? Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. So when you read these scriptures, because they know it's the end of all things. The so-called white man knows who he is. These people have an inkling, even if they don't necessarily agree. A lot of them. They know, man. It's impossible for you to. They just ignorant. You see what I'm saying? Arrogant. You know, because it say that a man after his countenance he will not seek God. You see what I'm saying? But they know they're the Edomites. They know the world is gonna end. You know what I'm saying? The top archaeologists, they have put these things out, and they're of their own nation. You see what I'm saying? So it says, so they see this. So they're like, okay, that's just, and that really, this will help you make better investment moves by knowing prophecy. You see what I'm saying? Which is the Lord's will, events that's going to happen. So Apple has to end. You see what I'm saying? It says, but when his children, the work of mine hands, in the midst of him, and I'm not saying this is how he made his investment. I'm showing you should see by him selling Apple, the end of all things is clearly happening. Because why would Warren Buffett, the man who makes the move at the right time and always get a right return back, because he pretty much, in Esau's world, he knows what's gonna happen. He know Apple on pretty much they on the down spiral. As many iPhones as they putting out, it's hit his peak. You see what I'm saying? So he'll cut his losses now, even if it could, continue a little bit longer. He cut his losses now because the end of all things we just read about is happening. It says, but when he seeth his children, the work of mine hands, in the midst of him, you see, they shall sanctify my name and that's us, you see. But when he seeth his children, the children of Jacob, right? The work of mine hands in the midst of him, talking about the man that makes a man offender for a word. You see, the terrible one that makes a man a offender for a word, that's the so-called white man. So when he see us, it says, they shall sanctify my name and sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and shall fear God, the God of Israel. They also that erred in spirit shall come to understanding, and they that murmured shall learn doctrine. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna bag that up real quick with this. This is Isaiah 52 and 15. It says, so shall he, meaning Yahushua, sprinkle many nations. The king shall shut their mouths at him. For that which had not been told, let's get that word told. It says, accounted for, to take account of, reckon. You see, because they ignorant. Because we just read how a man by the pride of his countenance, he will not seek after the Lord. So these Edomites, they got all of the resources and time to really, they have a set time, don't get it mistaken, but to find out what's really what. They could travel here and go there and line things up and get the world's best, this and that. You see what I'm saying? This is Psalms 10 and 4, Psalms 10 and 4. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after God, after Yahweh Shema Shah. God is not in all his thoughts. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you get this. That which had not been told, which is Sapar, and the Sapar's book in Hebrew. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, it says they really didn't take the scriptures too serious, if you will. Or they couldn't understand the scriptures. But they know who they are. They know simply the world is ending. You see what I'm saying? So it says to talk, they don't talk about these things. They house out, he exactly is gonna be this. They like in the way we do, I'll say. You see what I'm saying? They don't believe they're gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? They don't believe NATO. They don't believe NASA's gonna fight with Yahweh Shah is gonna lose. They don't believe that. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna be scared. They know he's coming, but they don't talk about it in the way we do. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, celebrate, commune, declare. They don't do that, man. Talk, tell, write it. So it says, so shall he sprinkle. Let's get that word sprinkle. Spatter. You see, it calls to spurt. You see? Let's get that word spatter real quick. Because I got another scripture we can line this up with real quick. Cover with drops or spots of something. a spray or splash of something, a short outburst of sound, a sprinkler. Or the Lord's gonna, get his garment all bloody with their blood. You see what I'm saying? Let's also get we'll get the scripture I'm talking about. So it says, many nations, the king shall shut their mouths at him, for that which had not been told them shall they see, and that which they had not heard shall they consider. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't talk about it in the way we do, and consider goes into understand. See that? Discern. This is exactly what they were saying. They're going to think back to, our videos and all this other stuff. So that's why I say, hold on, I ain't even going the right way. Yeah, so Isaiah 29 and 24, they also that erred in spirit shall come to understand it, and they that murmured shall learn doctrine. And that's going to be these devils, man. You see what I'm saying? But nonetheless, sticking with the point, because this ain't too drawn out. So it says, my point with getting that was, they understand that all things is coming to an end. So this Edom might understand that Apple is on a down spiral, man. You see what I'm saying? So should Apple's shareholders be panicking on the back of Berkshire sales? They want nothing to do with Apple anymore. You see, for current holders, the answer is likely still no. For prospector buyers, it's more complicated. You see, because a lot of these dudes got pride, man. A lot of these Edomites is a balance. You see what I'm saying? They'll be more adherent to what's taking place, and a lot won't, man, because they on top of the world right now. It's their world. So 4 million is a drop in the bucket. First, it should be known that while Buffett's Apple sale was the largest trade of Berkshire's quarter, Buffett only trimmed about 3.7, which is spiritual, of Buffett. The hell? Slocky, I don't even know. Buffett only trimmed 3 point. So this thing keep jumping me down. That's what it is. It says, but let me see. Buffett only trimmed about 3.7 of his entire stake. Apple stake today, Berkshire's Apple stake is still worth a whooping 1.93 billion. Whopping 1.9 billion. You see, so he only trimmed about 3.7 of his Apple stake. So he cut off some of his, he cut his losses. He cut some of what he had, man. You know what I'm saying? Shalom. But anyway, it says today Berkshire's Apple stake is still worth a whopping 1.93 billion, making up 47.78% of Berkshire's equity portfolio. So he ain't all the way out, but we see the trend. You see what I'm saying? Why is this dude pulling out? You see? Now, and that's pretty much it on that. So everyone's getting the sign, man. Now, so thus showing you that these certain moves, these certain investor moves, is they teasing prophecy, man. You see what I'm saying? Because we're gonna get the business adjustment side. We'll finish with that in just a second. But another thing, let's go here. Now, this is the flip side of it. What is he investing in? You see what I'm saying? Because he's clearly invested in himself by cutting his losses. You see what I'm saying? Before they take place, thus indicating, okay, Apple got to be on their way out. You see? But this says Warren Buffett just bought my favorite 5G stock. Thus showing you these prophecies is real. Because 5G is another form of Esau's sword. 5G is another part of Esau's wonder. Real quick, let me read a little bit. I'm going to get descriptions. We're going to move on. It says, this week, leading hedge funds and large holding companies are disclosing, which we just went into, secret or new information made public or made known. You see what I'm saying? Their buys and sales from the third quarter. Among the many notable investors disclosing positions was Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's conglomerate. It says Berkshire disclosed numerous trades during the quarter, including several buys in healthcare, space. You see that? A notable buy in Bank of America, and a notable trimming of Berkshire's giant stake in Apple. You see what I'm saying? So it was noteworthy to, even though it was only 3.7% trim of the complete of how much they're actually invested in it. It's still notable because it was $4 billion. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, it says, however, perhaps the most interesting Berkshire trade of the quarter was a brand new stake in what is quickly becoming my favorite 5G stock. Berkshire buys T-Mobile. In recent 13F filing, Berkshire revealed it bought T-Mobile US, you see, scooping up 2.4 million shares worth about $76 million at the end of the third quarter, and worth about $311 million today. You see, by Berkshire's standards, it wasn't a huge purchase, occupying only the 33rd largest holding in the Berkshire portfolio. That means T-Mobile was likely purchased by one of Buffett's younger lieutenants, Todd Combs or Ted Welcher. So it was a light move, but it just shows you the direction of where things is heading. Why is this man invested in 5G? What is 5G going to play a part in? Real quick. And that's pretty much all I'm going to get on it. I'm gonna jump down to this. It says, more important, however, was likely the realization that T-Mobile appears to have a competitive advantage over rivals as the telecom world transitions to 5G. You see what I'm saying? So T-Mobile is going to be leading in 5G. Why? And what is 5G? Is where all telecom, which we're going to get, is transitioning to. But not, it's far more than just telecom. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's that. Because we're going to keep it simple. We're going to make it plain. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know more, you do your research, man. So telecom, let's get telecom. What is telecom? You got telecom, tel A, and then communications. It says businesses, and this is a real good picture. All right. So telecommunications, businesses such as telecom or public relations. So it's pretty much the tower for sending out a large body of, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Yep. It says telecom is the exchange of information over significant distances. You see what I'm saying? So telecom is how I'm even making this stream. You see what I'm saying? It says over significant distances by electronic means, right? How you send a text to somebody. It says referring to all types of voice, data, and video transmission. A complete single telecommunication circuit consists of two stations, each equipped with a transmitter and a receiver. So the transmitter is what sends it out, and then the receiver obviously gets it in. So it says a set of equipment used to generate and transmit, right, electromagnetic waves carrying messages or signals, because you got transportation in the word transmit. You see, especially those of radio, but that's spiritual because that's what 5G simply is. It says over television, a person or thing that transmits. So it's just pretty much transmit is getting it. It sends it out. You see what I'm saying? It's like what throws. If I threw a football to you, that's transmitting. And then you catching it will be the receiving part. You see what I'm saying? Something set up to receive it. Meaning you got hands. You see what I'm saying? You were set up to catch it. Catch what I threw to you. You see what I'm saying? So these devils, they setting up stations to send out 5G, right? Electromagnetic waves. Probably they ain't even gotta set up a station for it to be received. It could just be in the air floating around, just killing people. That ain't nothing but radiation. Let's get what radiation is real quick. You know? I'm gonna move on because I don't want to keep this going. Keep this simple. It says that the emission of energy. Radiation is the emission of energy, or as electromagnetic waves, or as moving subatomic particles, especially high energy particles, which cause ionization, right? Divergence from a simple. Okay, we're gonna get a simple one. Something simple. Radiation is energy given off by matter in the form of rays or high speed particles. You see what I'm saying? So that signal is like the stuff that traveled through. Imagine the stuff that traveled through, right? Wires just being in the air. A lot of it. That couldn't be good for humans. You see what I'm saying? That just common sense will have to tell you that when you actually think about it. You see what I'm saying? Now you do have forms of electricity in the body, but it's not the same as the stuff that Esau come up with, man. It's not, but that's a whole nother thing. So technically this 5G stuff would be very dangerous. You see what I'm saying? If it was just floating out in the air. And they saying it's from the 4G to the 5G is 100 times faster than 4G. Just from one number. You see what I'm saying? Now, real quick. So they made a simple buy in 5G, man. Why? Because of this. Let's go here real quick. This is Revelation. We're gonna go to Revelation. Believe I won't. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah, Con. On Revelation 13. Revelation 13. This is what he knows, man. This is what these people invest in. Let's jump down to This is Revelation 13 and 13, and he do it great. Who's the he? The so-called white man, and he doeth great wonders. What is a wonder? It's like a miracle. You know what I'm saying? A sign, a mark. You see what I'm saying? Prodigy, transcending the common course of nature, transcending. Let's get transcending. So a wonder is when you elevate something, because it says transcending. Transcends means to go. It's like a be or go beyond the range or limits of something. You see? Abstract, typically a conceptual field of division. So it's surpassed. It's when you go above. You see what I'm saying? And what are they doing? The body already smart. They trying to, brothers like to liken it to biohack. They trying to hack your biology, man. You see, that's a wonder. So this is outright talking about the so-called white man. You see what I'm saying? Usually when you get paralyzed, if you blessed, if the Lord allows it, if he vetoes it, you can use therapy just to practice walking and you end up getting it back. Nah, this dude, he got some technology, some wonders to where it taps into certain parts of the brain that have went dormant or idle. You see what I'm saying? To reactivate that part. And you just use a machine. You think it and the machine makes you walk. You see what I'm saying? So it says I don't even go too deep into that. You know what I'm saying? I could, but I want to keep this simple. But if you look up, you could probably look up Neuralink handicaps or something like that. Matter of fact, let me get it real quick, man. Let's see. Supernatural. Let's go to this route. Matter of fact, let's go here. So miracle. There go miracle. You know. All right. Now, real quick, I'm gonna read a little bit of this too. It says an amazing product or achievement or an outstanding example of something. You see what I'm saying? Highly improbable or extraordinary event, development, or accomplishment that brings very welcome consequences. You see what I'm saying? A surprising and welcome event that is not explicable by nature or scientific laws, and is therefore considered to be the work of a divine agency. So he's got fake. The man got AI miracles, man. Artificial intelligent miracles. Neuralink. I don't even think this one, the one is called. But I just want to show this for those who have it. You know, because, you know, when you watch these watches, you know what I'm saying, you're going to see let me see. This is not even what I want. I want to get the one. This should be a good one, though. Go ahead and throw that in English real quick. See, Elon Musk set to do spectacular demo this Friday. Yep, this Friday, Elon Musk will present the latest advances in his famous brain machine interface Neuralink. You see what I'm saying? Now, I want to get the video, but that's why I ain't want to go into it, because it'll be all damn day. You know what? I'll just come back and, Lord willing, I could do a lesson on it. Cause I ain't gonna. This not about all this, man. You know, but this enough. You know, you was able to see enough with this. It's not no game, man. It says, so and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire to come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. You see, and deceiveth them. You see, deceiveth them by them that dwell on earth by these people in the world. You see what I'm saying? By the means of those miracles. You see? That's how he get everybody bought in. That guy's not real. He's not coming back. He can make you forget about God just because he put the PlayStation 5 out. You see what I'm saying? It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying unto them, but that's low level, man. You see what I'm saying? A nigga playing PlayStation in the hood. You know what I'm saying? He got people that really got some sense, that's trying to unlock what life is about, how to tap into the whole brain. This nigga's coming up with technology to help you do that, man. You know what I'm saying? And he get the low level niggas with his. That's a miracle to a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Man, these graphics, man. Look at these graphics. You see what I'm saying? You being able to come down and shoot. You see what I'm saying, with Kyrie Irving on a basketball game. You know, that's a wonder. You see what I'm saying? So it says, and deceiveth them that dwelleth on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast. I mean, going into the lifestyle, you see what I'm saying? And improving, proving it, because it's going to be seen. That's your lifestyle, which had the wound by a sword and did live. You see what I'm saying? So that these wonders is also alluding to the 5G, because the 5G is going to bring that wonders that how you create the fire in the heaven and it come down. That's all done by 5G. If you look up missiles on 5G, see if I can pull that back up real quick. Watch this. I will get this part. Missiles and 5G. Now, if this come up, this should show you what? This should show you that, okay, if Warren Buffett has invested in 5G, even though it's T-Mobile, you see what I'm saying? T-Mobile can be in on these missiles. New hypersonic player wanted. You see, anti-missiles, 5G fighting. You see, U.S. move faster in testing and fielding hypersonics 5G networks. See that? New 5G weapon teased. Who was the first to build the 5G arrow? Whoo, that's crazy. You see what I'm saying? It says the Department of Defense is at the forefront of cutting-edge 5G testing and experimentation, which will strengthen our nation's war fighting. You see? It says, 5G technologies could have a number of potential military applications, particularly for autonomous vehicles, C2, logistics, maintenance, augmented and virtual reality, ISR systems, all of which benefit from improved data rates and lower latency time delay. See what I'm saying? This 5G is what's used to bring these goddamn missiles to their pinnacle, man. See? Military experts foresee that 5G system will play an essential role for the use of hypersonic weapons. So the man just invested in 5G, man, for Warren Buffett, one of the most well-known investors. So investor moves tease prophecy. You see what I'm saying? Let's get the word tease. Right? Tease. Make fun or attempt to provoke a person or animal in a playful way. And I don't want to use that word tease. I'm going to change that word in the definition. I mean, Slocky in the title, because it wasn't tease originally. First I had indicate. I think I want to use hint or indicate. It says a slight or indirect indication or suggestion. We'll use hint. You see what I'm saying? Suggest. See, there we go. Or indicate something indirectly or covertly. You see, that's what investors' moves do. You can see these moves that these investors make, and you already know what time it is, man. So Warren Buffett in on 5G stock, World War III. You see that? Remember, the Lord said, when you see all these things, learn the parable of the fig tree. When it brings forth its leaves, summer is nigh. So the same thing, paraphrasing, when you see all these things, know that the end is near. It is even at the door. Paraphrasing. You see what I'm saying? So that's that. Now, this is this. I'm going to close with this. It says Warren Buffett bought 4 farmer giants, and now that's telling you that they about to really bring this vaccine. You see what I'm saying? And they're gonna pass the laws to get it done. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna mandate it. I'm gonna read this real quick. This is Isaiah 10:1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed." You see? To turn aside the needy from judgment. You know? You ain't supposed to be taking no goddamn vaccines. But they made it a law and mandatory that you'll either lose your job or get put in a camp. You see? So that's them turning the needy, you Israelites, so-called blacks, Native American Indians, and Latinas, away from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people. You see? Because you shouldn't have to do that. That widows may be their prey. You see? Because these people are beasts and animals, and that they may rob the fatherless, rob you of your life. You see what I'm saying? There's no daddy there to put a backbone in your back, man. You see what I'm saying? And pretty much, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep this to under an hour. But if not, it's all good. I don't give a fuck, you know. Too long for you, oh well. It says Berkshire Hathaway. So yeah, man. That's Farmer. This nigga's gonna bring, he gonna bring this venom, man. He gonna bring this venom that he's trying to get injected. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord said he was gonna bring these things, man. He said he was gonna bring famine, pestilence, and the sword. You know, this damn, really, if there ain't no disease out here yet, once this what's it called, get let loose, this COVID vaccine, man, there's gonna be some sickness out here, boy. And they probably put something contagious that way that it do spread. It ain't just a shot that's killing people that get it. They get sick and it's contagious. It's a sickness that's contagious. You know what I'm saying? Yep. This is 2nd Ezra 16. I'll pull it up on here. And I'm gonna start at 18. And I'm gonna close out. 2nd Ezra. And that's my cue. 2nd Ezra 16, and I'm gonna start at 18. It says, "The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars." You see that? "And the power shall stand in fear." You see, and the beginning of evils. "What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment." You see? "Before all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of their scourges." You see what I'm saying? That's pretty much that, man. The Lord said he's going to send pestilence, man. Somehow it went mute. It's crazy. It said Jeremiah 24:10, "And I will send the sword, the famine, and the pestilence among them, till they be consumed off the land that I gave unto them and to their fathers." That ain't the one I want. Okay, here we go. I'll get this one. This is Jeremiah 28:8. "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil, bad times, and of pestilence." So that's it, man. This is how the Lord's going. He's about to get down, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's that, man. A lot of these already happened. This is a good one. This is I'll grab these two and that'll be it. Jeremiah 42 and 22. Now therefore know certainly that ye shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. You see? In the place whither ye desire to go and to sojourn. You know what I'm saying? So no matter if you know, you in nigga think cause he eat Mr. Childs or something. He you know what I'm saying? Niggas move to Atlanta. Everything, you know what I'm saying? This job finna go everywhere. It says Jeremiah 44 and 13, for I will punish them that dwell in the land of Egypt, as I have punished Jerusalem by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. Because that's gonna happen to the rest of these nations out here too. You see what I'm saying? So why is this man invested in pharma? Because they about to bring that vaccine, and people they're gonna be got and beguiled by it. You see what I'm saying? A lot of pharma companies is about to make a lot of money, man. And Warren Buffett knows that. That's showing you that's prophecy. Because a lot of that stuff, the reason why people have a problem with it is because they know that it could bring a sickness. A lot of the most simple jakes understand this. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, you see, for we are not ignorant of his devices. You see what I'm saying? But that's pretty much why he's embarking on 4 pharma companies, because he know that pharma is about to take over. That's Satan getting his advantage. So they putting all the narration together, how all these people catching it, how people disobey. They got articles up talking about how people's traveled and still broke when today's supposedly Thanksgiving. You see what I'm saying? But they had already had articles put together how people had already traveled and called it disobeying the thing, and now the numbers is just they you know what I'm saying? But that's people gonna believe it, and people gonna take that vaccine, and that's gonna bring the pestilence, man. You can guarantee sicknesses are gonna come from these pestilences. I mean these famines. It's lucky these shots. So yeah, man. So this dude invested in within the industry. There doesn't seem to be a theme among the 4 drug makers. So let's get the ones he invested in. Yep, among the list were 4 pharmaceutical companies: AbbVie. See, this stuff you ain't even heard of. Merck K, Bristol Myers Squibb, and Pfizer. I heard of that one. It says the first 3 were similarly size purchase of around 1.8 billion. The Pfizer purchase was substantially smaller, with a market value around 136 million. See what I'm saying? So these probably gonna be your companies that get into it. You see what I'm saying? And that's pretty much it, man. I'm not even gonna go any deeper. I'll let you see these. That's why I gotta come back to them. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway bet makes big bets on drug stocks. You see what I'm saying? So they finna this vaccine coming, man. Period. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway is making a big bet on the healthcare sector at a time when the COVID-19 pandemic continues to be a major crisis in the United States. So what he do? He supports it. It does showing you he behind it, because if he investing, he's allowing them to use that money. So basically, he's here. I'll give you this. You give me a percentage in the company. So Warren Buffett own a lot of these vaccines that's about to vaccinate people. Because in return, they give him ownership, and they take that money, and he like, you go ahead, I'll put my money behind you, and you make more of this product. Because I believe you see what I'm saying? He believed that they really gonna get people to vaccinate it, so he gonna make a lot of money. Because he think in his head, his shit finna keep going. Because he's an Edomite. Their inward thought is that their dwelling shall continue forever. Because you want to be continue. If you're investing, you constantly help. You're trying to keep up what it is you believe in. You see what I'm saying? And that's that I could keep making money and keep getting richer, and this would be a good move for my company. Man, listen, bro. You see? So he bought new shares in pharmaceutical companies. 2 witnesses. Pfizer has a promising coronavirus vaccine in the works, but the company's stock fell Monday after Moderna mRNA announced progress for its own vaccine. You see? So everybody's going to be coming up with crap, trying to see. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's nuts. So Lord willing, this has been edifying. I had some more at the top dealing with the stores, and certain adjustments made by these stores. I'll just get an article and that'll be it. See that? And I'll get this too. So once the FDA green lights a vaccine, this is the next big hurdle for investors. You see what I'm saying? So this dude is already ahead. He ain't waiting on the green light. He getting in touch with everybody. He probably going to the laboratories and he's seeing who's going to come with something. You see what I'm saying? Who's going to have the most commercialization behind them to where it's going to really get to the public, to the masses, and he going to make his money. But this all should just show you that his certain moves that they're making and certain things he got his eye on is they prophecy, man. Period. You know? If you can receive it. So yeah, man. And that's pretty much that. I ain't gonna go into it. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get this. Get something on the store. Like right here, the Lord said he gonna bring what's it called, right? Famine. New restrictions on grocery stores begin. People flock to grocery stores as additional restrictions take effect. This happened Tuesday. It says Governor Steve Sisolak's tighter restrictions began early Thursday morning. Those include an additional requirement for retail and grocery stores with more than 50,000 square feet of space, in addition to previous mask requirements, and a limit of 50% capacity. You see, they now have to have an employee at the front entrance keeping track of the number of customers in the building. So people ain't got time for that, man. And really, a lot of these places not going to be able to meet the requirements, so they're going to close. The mask and everything is still. You never really get to use it. So I still do things like walk all the way up to the front of the store and be like, I gotta go back to the car and get my mask. But it's odd, just the whole mask thing. Michael Lindsay, Orange County resident, said many customers are shopping at Costco's to prepare for their Thanksgiving meals. Reno's store is 170,000 square feet, and 50% of capacity is still 2,800 people. Wow. It says manager says the store does not even come close to having that many people. Costco already checks its people at the door, so the only difference after the governor's restriction is that the employees count patrons as they leave the store as well. Really, the only difference is everyone's wearing a mask and trying to keep distance, but not too different, I don't think. Alicia Roseberry, Fallon resident, says. So these people is idiots. All this should just show you that everything is just these adjustments that they're making is simply it hints at prophecy. What can come out of this? People getting fed up and destroying the places. You see what I'm saying? Stores having to close because there's less stores that's 50,000. There's more stores that aren't 50,000 square feet than it is. You see? Just for example. So all these different adjustments they making is you can't come in unless, you see what I'm saying? Hell, if it's a line, you know, people, they got schedule they on. If people on a certain schedule, they probably have to lead the line because they got to get to work or they got to go do this or do that. So every time they go to the grocery store, they can never get in. So that's a famine. You see what I'm saying? So it's just it's amazing to just keep seeing how it really folds. That's why the Lord could just nutshell everything small. So Lord willing, this has been edifying. I'm gonna give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Wahakudas Rakah. Till next time, I'm gonna say Shalom.